Let me tell you about the kid with fist. You're on a playground. You're 5 or 6. Another kid takes something that is yours, or an adult tells you to do something that doesn't make sense, and your body says no. And it's not a quiet no, it's not a polite no, it is a physical no. Your fists come up, your voice gets loud, and you argue every rule. You push back hard. And here's what people don't understand about that kid. You're not trying to be difficult. You're not trying to ruin things. Your nervous system is screaming one message, and that is, I matter. I exist. You cannot erase me. And that's dignity. That's the original intent. Your body learned early that if you don't assert yourself, you disappear. So you asserted, and it was hard, and it was loud, and physical. Parents called it defiance. Teachers called it behavior problems. And family, they called it difficult, but what was actually happening was survival. Over time, this assertion became something else, a boundary, a way of protecting what mattered: your body, your autonomy, your right to exist in the world without permission. And boundaries are good. Boundaries are necessary. But here's what happens. The boundary gets stuck and the assertion becomes automatic. Every challenge feels like a threat to your existence, and every rule, it feels like erasure. And you're tired of fighting. So you're an adult now. And that fight kid is still in your nervous system, still ready, still defensive. Your body is tense and your voice is quick. And you argue things you don't even care about because the pattern is so deep, it's automatic. People say you're aggressive, difficult, you can't let anything go, you won't follow instructions. You hear it and you think, they don't see me, they just see the fighting. And they're right. They don't see you because the anger is so loud, it's all they can hear. But here's what I need you to understand about your anger. It's not the problem. Anger is information. It's your nervous system saying that something matters. A boundary has been crossed. Your autonomy has been contested. Your existence has been questioned. The problem isn't the anger. The problem is that anger became your only tool. Your fight kid learned to swing a sledgehammer at every problem because that was the only way to survive. So here's the reframe. Anger is a boundary looking for language. When you feel that rage come up, when your fists clench and your voice gets loud, that's not you being broken. That's not you being difficult. That's your body telling you that something matters. The question isn't, why am I so angry? The question is, what boundary is this anger protecting? What part of me am I fighting for? And underneath that, what did you have to fight for that you wish you could have just been given? Because once you know what you're defending, you get to decide how you want to defend it. You don't have to swing a sledgehammer at everything. You can use a scalpel. You can use words. You can use distance. You can use a firm no without the rage underneath. The fight kid in you isn't broken. The fight kid in you kept you alive. And now that you can name what that fighting is for, you get to choose if that's still the tool you need. In family systems, we call this the black sheep, the one that won't comply, or the scapegoat, the one who takes the family's anger and fights back. But those are just names for a role. What matters is that you know what your body learned and why it learned it. Your nervous system never got the signal that the war is over, so it's still swinging, still fighting, still defending. And the moment you realize that, the moment you see that the fist clenching, rule arguing, boundary asserting kid for what it was an attempt to keep yourself alive. And when you see that, everything changes. You stop hating yourself for being angry and you start asking, what am I protecting? And that question is the beginning of choice.